Yes or no in the chat or in the, turn your mic on and tell me. Jaldi बताए ना. At least I'm audible to one person. Right, the chapter's name is Chemical Kinetics. Chemical kinetics. Okay. Now, so chemical kinetics. In this chapter, we are going to basically deal with the rate of reaction. We are basically going to deal with the rate of reaction. Now, what is the rate of reaction? What is rate of reaction? We are going to deal with that. Please write. The rate of reaction. What is the rate of reaction? Is right. The change in concentration of either reactant or product per unit time is called ROR. That means rate of reaction. Okay, it's called ROR. It's called ROR. Now, please see. If there is a reaction, a general reaction is known as AA plus PB, giving you CC plus DD. Before going to rate of reaction, the complete reaction. Before talking about the complete reaction, we have to look at each reactant and the product individually first of all. And when we will understand each of them, what is happening individually, then only we can understand what is happening in the overall reaction per unit time. So whatever I'm going to write, please don't write it now. Please try to understand this and then you are going to write it. So please see, if I talk about A, and I need some answers, so please keep your mic on. All of you guys, I need answers quickly. So please keep your mic on. Okay. The concentration of A. So A is a reactant, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the concentration of A will decrease with time, correct? A is getting consumed, correct? A is getting consumed, right? Yes, because reactant. So if A is getting consumed, that means A will, with the time, it will start disappearing. It will start disappearing, or we can say it will get consumed. So I can write a rate of.
Sir, there are two A's, right? Capital and small. Which is the reactant, sir?
This is stoichiometry. No? This is stoichiometry. This is a generalized way of writing a reaction. If you have done chemical equilibrium in the 11th standard, then you must have seen this reaction. And equilibrium constant is written as A to the power A. Have you seen this?
No, sir.
Chemical equilibrium नहीं पढ़ा है आपने 11th में?
No, sir.
Oh, अच्छा ठीक है. This is a generalized way of writing a reaction, and A here is what it is. A is the coefficient, and A is the reactant. B is the coefficient, B is the reactant, C is the coefficient. This capital C is the reactant, D is the coefficient, and capital D is the reactant. So A will be a number, B will be small a. All the lowercase A, B, C, D, all of these things will be a number, and A, B, C, D, which is uppercase A, B, C, that will be chemical species. Okay, so please write. See here, don't write anything. Rate of disappearance of A is equal to, please see, I am only talking about A, so I will only be looking at A. Yes or no, please tell me, guys. I'll be only looking at A, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or consumption of A. Please see, if I'm only looking at A, then in that case, I can say the change in the concentration of A divided by the change in time. The rate of disappearance, that means A is disappearing, the concentration of A is changing with respect to time. Now then I will add a minus sign to show that it is disappearing, because it is a reactant, it will be disappearing. And understand that when we do final minus initial for a reactant, so reactant is getting consumed, don't write anything, reactant is getting consumed, it is getting lowered. Therefore final will be a smaller number, initial will be a larger number. पहले ज्यादा होगा रिएक्टेंट, धीरे धीरे कम होगा. That is why final minus initial will be a negative number, but rate can never be negative. Speed, rate is what? Rate is speed. Rate is nothing. Rate is speed. What is speed? Speed is change in position with respect to time. This is change in concentration with respect to time. So this rate can never be negative. So what do we do? Final minus initial के बाहर ही एक negative लगा देते हैं for reactant, because it is reactant. And then when you have negative, the answer will become positive. What you need to remember is that if you have reactant, then you will add a negative sign. Similarly, I can write. Chale, rate of, turn your mic on, guys. Rate of disappearance of B or consumption of B is equal to क्या हो जाएगा बताएं? माइनस आएगा नहीं आएगा? माइनस
delta bracket B.
B divided by delta T. Correct? All of you understood this? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, I can write the rate of appearance or rate of production of C. Rate of appearance of C or production of C. This will be equal to change in the concentration of C divided by change in time. Change in the concentration. Now, this is positive. Why? Because it is product. It's positive because it is product. Similarly, I can write if this thing for D also. So rate of appearance of D or rate of production of D will be equal to delta D by delta T. Please write this down. Let me know once you're done writing this. Write this down. Let me know once you're done. Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing?
Done,
Yes,
sir.
चलिए अब सुनिए जरा. Let us take a case जहाँ पे आपको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा. Please don't write again. Please try to understand, है ना? If you listen, then your brains are open, and if you answer, तब आपको ज्यादा दिमाग चलता है. See, I did A, you did B. I did C, you did D. Positive, negative, सब कुछ आपने खेल लिया. So please try to listen. No need to write anything. Okay, leave your pen aside, relax, and just watch what's happening. See here, guys. Let us suppose I will now put numbers here. I have 1A. It reacts with 2B to give 3C and 4D. What is happening here? I have how many A? One molecule of A. It reacts with 2 molecules of B. It reacts with 3 molecules of C to give 4 molecules of D. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. Fine. कोई दिक्कत किसी को परेशानी उलझन बताएं. Any problem till here? A plus 2B gives 3C. No problem. Fine. Very
No,
good.
sir.
Fine. Very good. Now please see what I'm trying to say. If 1 mole of A is reacted, then 2 mole of B will react. Minus sign because it is reacting. The concentration of A will decrease. So how much A is reacting? 1. That is why I wrote in -1. That means initially if it was 10, then we will do -1. If it was 10, then we will do -2. How much is reacted? Yes or no? Please tell me. What's the Tell me, guys. Is this clear? If 1 mole of A will react, it will react with 2 moles of A. 2 moles of B. 1 mole of A will react with 2 moles of B. Correct, guys? Deborah, Fia, Hafsa, Tarif, tell me. 1
Yes,
mole of
sir.
A will.
Yes, sir.
To give 3 moles of C. To give 3 moles of C and 4 moles of what? And 4 moles of D. And 4 moles of D. And 4 moles of D. ठीक है, चलिए. इसी से साथ साथ है ना. Please try to answer. If 2 moles of A is reacting, how many moles of A? How many moles of A, guys? How many moles of A is
2
reacting?
moles, sir. -2.
-2. So it will react with how many moles of B?
Minus 3.
4.
Double. See, -4. Can you see that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Ratios. Once again. 1 reacts with 2 moles of B to give 3 moles of C. Now, how many moles of C will be there?
-6.
6 moles of C. And how many moles of D?
8 moles.
8.
8 moles of D. Okay, fine. थोड़ा और ध्यान लगा के, ठीक है ना? आप लोगों को बात समझ में आ रही है? Let us suppose X moles of A is reacting. How many moles of X? How many moles of A? How many moles of A?
1
X moles. How many moles of A?
X moles.
X.
How many moles of B will be reacting?
Minus 2x.
-2x. How many moles of C will be reacting? Sorry, how many moles of C will be formed?
3x.
3x.
How many moles of D will be formed?
4x.
4x.
4x. Now, please see. X says about in single time only, no? X tells you about the rate of consumption of A, and B is the rate of, I mean, if I divide this by time, this is the consumption, na? Please understand. X moles of A reacted, X moles of A reacted, X moles of A reacted. If I divide that by time, this reacted means what? Change in concentration of A, na? Because X has reacted, so concentration of A decreased. That is change in concentration. Divide by time, that will become rate. If I divide this -x, -2x, 3x, and plus and 4x by time, that will become rate. Correct, guys? Let us suppose 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, what happened? This particular accident, ये हादसा जो हुआ, this happened in 2 seconds. In 2 seconds. So what is change in the concentration of A? It is x divided by change in time. That will be 2. So that is the rate of. Can all of you see that? Yes or no? Please tell me. अब ध्यान सुनिएगा जरा. Rate of consumption of B is equal to twice the rate of consumption of A. Can you see that? Yes or no? Please tell me. हाँ या ना बताएं.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, सही है, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं. अब सुनिए, अब सारे के लिए हम लिखने वाले हैं. प्लीज ध्यान से जरा देखिएगा. प्लीज ध्यान से देखिएगा. Rate of production of D is equal to 4 times rate of consumption of A. -x था, ये 4x है. ठीक है. When I am saying rate of consumption, that means negative sign वहीं पे आ गया है. Rate of consumption of A क्या होता है? Rate of consumption of A is this with negative sign, no? So I don't need to write another negative here. I hope all of you understand that. Okay, and rate of production of D, it is equal to what I can write. अच्छा, यहाँ से लिखते हैं 4. चलिए A से लिखते हैं आपने 2 times rate of consumption of B, and it is also equal to 3 times rate of production of C. All of you understand this? Yes or no? Please.
Sir, can you just explain the last part? Third one.
Third one, rate of consumption of C. अच्छा नहीं, ये rate of consumption of C नहीं होगा. एक सेकंड, इस डबल इसको ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते. My bad. Wait a second. Rate of production of D is double the rate of consumption of D. ये ठीक है. 3 times को ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते. ठीक है ना? 3 times को क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? 3 times लिखना पड़ेगा कुछ इस तरह से. 4/3 करना पड़ेगा. अच्छा ठीक है, खैर उसको छोड़ दीजिए. C को छोड़ दीजिए. My bad. ठीक है, इतना रहने देते हैं पहले. इतना समझिए आप. Okay. Now from here, please see. देखिए. The rate of disappearance is twice the rate of consumption of B. ठीक है, चलिए. Now, if I want to write it like this, then see the rate of production of B, it is not having any stoichiometric coefficient. ठीक है, यहाँ पे, and B is having 4 here. B is having 4 here. So what people said that what we should do is we should write this in terms of the stoichiometric coefficient. So they said that we will say the rate of the reaction will be equal to, see, all of these things are equal only, all of these things are equal, will be equal to, let us divide each and everything by 4. Okay, let us divide this equation, this equation, this equation by 4. All of these equation by 4. So what I will get here 1 by 4 ROP of B is equal to 4 by 4 will be equal to 1 ROC of A, and 2 by 4 will be 1 by 2 ROC of B. Now, when they did till here, they saw that, okay, fine. That means if I am trying to write the rate of complete reaction, then a rate of production, whatever is there, B is then a rate of production because it is product. Rate of production of B divided by its stoichiometric coefficient is the rate of reaction. Rate of consumption of A, it does not have any stoichiometric coefficient, so you are having 1 by 1 only, right? So no stoichiometric coefficient here. Similarly, what is rate of reaction? It is rate of consumption of B divided by the stoichiometric coefficient. So they said that, okay, fine. That means if I want to write the rate of reaction in terms of C, then I can write it as 1 by 3 into the rate of production of C also. So this became the standard form of rate of reaction. Now, for a generalized reaction, please don't write anything from here. For a generalized reaction that we have, AA plus BB is not equal to gives CC plus DD. So rate of reaction, it is equal to 1 by A, stoichiometric coefficient of, and rate of consumption of A, which will be equal to 1 by B, rate of consumption of B will be equal to 1 by C, rate of production of C will be equal to 1 by D, rate of production of D. And what are these terms? PC rate, it is equal to, will be equal to now 1 by A. Rate of consumption of A is what? It is negative change in concentration of A by change in time. 1 by B, change in concentration of B divided by change in time will be equal to 1 by C, the change in concentration of product, that is C divided by change in time. Delta भूल गया ना, the negative कौन है इधर बाहर लिख देते हैं, will be equal to 1 by D, change in concentration of D divided by change in time. Now this expression you need to know how to write this. Okay, so please write this down. What is rate of reaction? If you have reactant, then you will have minus sign, then rate of the change in concentration of A divided by the stoichiometric. Okay, right, write this down till here, this thing, and then we will do some questions. Let me know once you're done writing. Well, if you're done, guys, it's no, please tell me. Anyone still writing? No. Okay. By the way, Rabia, am I audible? Rabia, hello. Rabia, can you please turn your mic on?
Yes, sir.
कितनी बार पढ़िएगा केमिकल काइनेटिक्स? हाँ राबिया, आपने पढ़ा है ना हमारे साथ? नहीं पढ़ा है?
यस सर।
ओके, भूल गए सारी चीजें क्या आप? ऑर्गेनिक में बिल्कुल ऐसा ऑर्गेनिक के क्या बोलते हैं समुद्र में डूबे कि केमिकल काइनेटिक्स कुछ याद नहीं रहा? राबिया, व्हाट हैपेंड?
नो सर, जस्ट फॉर रिवीजन।
Just for revision, okay. Please write the rate of consumption and rate of production for reactant and products, and also write the rate of reaction or following. Okay, so number one is, if you have, let us suppose something like this, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. Those who are doing chemical kinetics for the first time, तो slowly start करते हैं. ठीक है, number one, what are the chemical species? What is the first chemical species that you can see, guys? Please tell me. Read the chemical reaction and tell me what is the first chemical species. Aliza, Fia, Hafsa, Tarif, Shahid, Rabia, tell me.
Nitrogen, sir.
Nitrogen. So nitrogen is a reactant or product?
Reactant.
So it will be consumed or it will be produced?
It will be consumed.
So we will write rate of consumption or rate of production.
Rate of consumption.
See, this is something that you should know. Okay, what to write. So I'm starting from very basic. Read the reaction. It is reactant or product. If it is reactant, then it will be consumed. So we'll write the rate of consumption. So ROC of N2. This is equal to, when you are writing rate of consumption, you are only looking at the N2. You don't have, please never see the reaction, never see the complete reaction whenever you are writing consumption of N2, consumption of H2, or production of NH3. Because in consumption and production, you are not looking at the reaction. You are only focusing on nitrogen. Up reaction laga hai, you have a container. You are seeing, okay, nitrogen is 1 atm now, or nitrogen is 1 mole per liter. Time is equal to 0 seconds. In second, nitrogen becomes 2 mole per liter. Time is 2 seconds. In after 10 seconds, nitrogen became 15 mole per liter. After 20 seconds, nitrogen became, let us suppose, 50 mole per liter. So we are only looking at nitrogen. You don't know what reaction is happening. You have a monitor. It is only showing you the amount of nitrogen. That is why what you are going to write, you are not going to write anything about the stoichiometric coefficient. You just have the data of nitrogen. So you'll write minus, because it is reactant, delta N2 divided by delta time. All of you got this? Yes or no? Please tell me. Rate of consumption.
Yes,
we are not
sir.
writing rate of reaction right now. What is the next? What should we write next? Tell me. Keep your mic on, guys. Keep your mic on. 1 घंटे class है, आधा घंटा बचा उसमें. Keep your mic on, all of you guys. Shahid, Rabia, please. You'll never turn the mic off. Please keep your mic on. Until unless you speak. Aliza, Deborah, Hafsa, Tarif, Rabia, Shahid, keep your mic on, please. बाकी लोग नहीं करेंगे mic on. Keep your mic on. Yes, tell me, what is the next chemical species that we should have after N2?
Hydrogen.
After N2.
H2, sir, hydrogen.
So consumption of or production?
Consumption.
Consumption.
Very good. Okay. Rate of consumption of H2 will be equal to minus or no minus? Minus. Hafsa, you won't speak. हाँ, यही तो दिक्कत है भैया. वही तो हम बोल रहे हैं, स्टोशियोमेट्री नहीं देखनी. You don't have to see the stoichiometry. The manometer that you are having, it is only showing you the, or the whatever scale you are having, it is only showing you the change in the concentration of H2. ये तो हम बोल रहे हैं इतनी देर से. स्टोशियोमेट्री नहीं देखनी, रिएक्शन नहीं देखना. आपको देखना हाइड्रोजन आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा. आपको रिएक्शन नहीं देखना है. ठीक है, क्या नहीं देखना है? Yeah. When I am
Sir,
writing
but
consumption
there
of,
is a general formula, right? Minus 1 by B.
अरे रुको तो समझो तो, बात को समझो यार, बात को समझो. सुन समझिए थोड़ा, ठीक है ना। वो जनरल फॉर्मूला अभी छोड़िए, फॉर्मूला बाद में है ना, पहले तो लॉजिक आया है, राइट? या लॉजिक से ही तो
Yes,
फॉर्मूला आया
sir.
कि फॉर्मूले से लॉजिक आया? बताइए आप। लॉजिक आया ना। सुन, रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन, आपको किसी ने बोला जाके देखो रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन ऑफ H2, आई हैव 100 लीटर्स ऑफ H2, आप 1 घंटे बाद जाके देखो कितना हाइड्रोजन बचा है, ठीक है फिर?
Okay, sir.
यही मतलब है ना रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन ऑफ H2 का, तो यही मतलब है। बात समझ में आ रही है? दिस इज द मीनिंग, राइट? Rate of consumption,
Yes.
I have 100 liters of hydrogen in a container, go after and go and see, we have 100 right now, after 1 hour what is the amount of H2, and then divide it by 60 minutes or 60 to 60 seconds. That is the rate of consumption. That means hydrogen is getting consumed in this manner. reaction reaction की ऐसी की तैसी। आपको क्या मतलब, आप तो जाके सिर्फ क्या देखोगे? आप देखोगे क्या नाइट्रोजन है NH3, कुछ नहीं देखोगे। आप देखोगे अच्छा हाइड्रोजन 100 लीटर था, 1 घंटे बाद 50 लीटर हो गया। समझ में आ रही बात? It was 100 before, after 1 hour it became 50. No matter what the reaction is going on, how you won't even know the reaction, they are gases. Okay, so when we are talking about rate of consumption of H2, and that is why we first understand rate of consumption and rate of consumption and rate of production, because we can only talk about whatever gas we are getting, and whatever gas is getting consumed, है ना? So please see, minus delta H2 डिवाइड बाय डेल्टा T। अब आते हैं आपके फॉर्मूले पे, ठीक है फिर? आई विल नॉट लीव एनीथिंग। हमने आपको उस टाइम रोक दिया क्योंकि लॉजिक समझाना था कि आप जाके हाइड्रोजन को देख रहे हो, आप रिएक्शन नहीं देख। अब आते हैं आपके फॉर्मूले पे, आते हैं, ठीक है फिर? ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन ऑफ ए, तो ये है ना भाई मेरे, नेगेटिव साइन के साथ। नेगेटिव तो यहाँ लिख दिया हमने, ये 1/A तो 1/A है, राइट? दिस 1/A इज 1/A हियर आल्सो, करेक्ट है फिर?
Yes, sir.
So rate of consumption of A is everything other than 1/A, because 1/A तो 1/A है पहले से ही। रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन ऑफ A को हमने लिखा ना माइनस डेल्टा A बाय डेल्टा T। समझ में आ रही है फिर?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो 1/A is present when you are looking at the overall reaction, when you have to see the A, when you have to see the B, when you have to see the C and D, then you are going to, oh what stoichiometry is there, अच्छा इसके रिस्पेक्ट में इतना कंज्यूम हो रहा है, इसके रिस्पेक्ट में इतना अपीयर हो रहा है ना? So this relative to the other reactant and product, we are going to look only when we are talking about the rate of reaction, because rate of reaction itself is saying that you have to see the reaction and not only one particular reactant or product. But when we are talking about rate of production of a particular reactant, I just have to see the reactant and not the complete reaction. This is something, this is a point when you have, where you can have a doubt, okay? But please try to deal with it logically, okay? Don't try to remember that okay तो हाफ होगा, नहीं होगा। आप समझिए, स्टोशियोमेट्री की बात तो तभी आएगी जब पूरा का पूरा रिएक्शन लिखा जाए, and when we are talking about rate of reaction, then only we can talk about stoichiometry. But if I just want to see a reactant hydrogen, how much hydrogen we have, I don't even want to know whether reaction is happening, whether reaction is not happening, or what do we have here. Rate of consumption of H2 is only minus delta H2 by delta T. Now guys, please tell me rate of production of NH3। चलिए बताइए क्या होगा रेट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ NH3? माइनस होगा नहीं होगा, पहले बताइए। विल देयर बी माइनस, यस और नो? पिया, डेबोरा, हफ्सा, तारीफ, शाहिद?
No, sir.
No, because it is what? Hafsa, you understand this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that many of you were late. Please don't be late. Why you guys are late? इंतजार क्यों करना पड़ता टीचर को? ठीक है, please don't be late. You have a class of 1 hour. उसमें आप लोग 5 मिनट लेट आएंगे। 5 मिनट तो हम टाइम देते हैं आप लोग को, बिल्कुल 5 मिनट आप लेट आ सकते हो, ठीक है फाइन। 10-15 मिनट लेट आ रहे हैं, उसमें फिर बाद में समझाने में हमको टाइम मिल जाएगा। So here we'll have, अच्छा 1/2 और 1/2 नहीं होगा। Will there be 1/2 or no? Will there be 1/2 or no 1/2? This is rate of production, ROP होगा। अरे बोलो भाई, 1/2 होगा या नहीं होगा?
It won't be there, sir.
It won't be there because we are looking only at NH3. Don't worry, रिएक्शन देखना ही नहीं है। ये NH3 में तो नहीं है, but 2 कौन बोल रहा है? NH3 तो यहाँ पर 2 है नहीं, रिएक्शन देखना ही नहीं। रिएक्शन Rate of production. That means for all the reaction, any reaction in which ammonia is present, what you will write for ROP? If ammonia is produced in any reaction, the rate of production of NH3 will be delta NH3 by delta T. Now, when you are going to write ROR, rate of reaction, then you will write in terms of the stoichiometric coefficient. Please see, for N2, I will write 1 by 1. I don't need to write anything because there is no stoichiometric coefficient. So it will be just minus delta N2 by delta T. This will be equal to, when I go to H2, I have to see the reaction, and in the reaction I have 3. So that will be 1 by 3, or rather I should write minus 1 by 3 delta. See, I individually speaking, I like, मतलब हमको ऐसे लिखने का मन करता है 1 by 3 minus delta H2 by delta T. Now, this particular thing inside the bracket, it is what it is, rate of consumption. Minus bahar, if I am putting the minus away na, here, तो ना थोड़ा सा confusion हो जाता है. So I try to keep things clean, and I will write 1 by 2 in bracket delta N2 by delta T. So this is the rate of reaction. All of you understood how to write the rate of consumption, rate of production, and rate of reaction for each and every. For what? For each and every reactant and product. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes,
Lisa,
sir.
Sir, it
Priya,
should
Deborah.
be NH3, right?
NH3 होना चाहिए. Thank you, Tari. Very good. Thank you very much. This will be NH3. Anyone still writing? Please let me know. Anyone still writing? Please let me know. No one is writing. So write the second one. H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. This is a reaction. You have to write rate of consumption, rate of production, सारी चीजें reactant or product के लिए. You guys have 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is more than enough to write 4 points. Guys have 5 minutes. आराम से लिखिए. अगर confusion हो, then I am here. Please ask me if you have any confusion. Hafsa, I'm not getting any answers from you. Why is that? Yes, Hafsa.
Yes, sir.
What yes, sir? I'm asking why I'm not getting any answers from you. You're saying yes, sir. Hafsa, why I'm not getting any answers from you? ज़्यादा हिंदी हो जा रही है क्या? Okay. Is it too much Hindi? Hafsa?
Yes, sir, kind of.
Kind of. Okay. But I generally translate things also, right? No, I don't. Tell me, okay, please
Yes,
let
sir.
me know. Now, हम आपका नाम, like, whenever I see your name, I just get back to English always, okay? Otherwise, what I can say, in flow, I speak Hindi sometimes. Okay, please try this question. Send the answer on my WhatsApp, and I will just check how many of you are doing, how many of you guys are doing it right. Answer. Aliza, correct. Very good. Yeah, so yeah, correct, correct. So Aliza, Aliza, you have sent the answer. I have not saved your number. I think this is Indian number, Aliza. This is किसी Sir, I am also not able to understand in Hindi, sir, sometimes. Why? Yeah. You can't understand Hindi sometimes. Achha, okay, okay. I will take care of that. Alisa, you have sent the answer. No? Who has sent the answer? Pia has sent. I've seen. Okay, fine. Yes, Pia, very good. That's fine. You're not able to understand some Hindi, but you are understanding whatever. Shahid, I have your number saved. I have your number saved. Yeah, correct. Very good, very good. Okay, that's fine. So, Alisa, let me quickly save your number. Alisa, when do you what batch are you in? You are with Mariam Khatun and Mariam Parker, right? Or you are with Fia and Deborah?
Tell me.
Yes, Alisa? Yeah.
Sumit, Fia, and Deborah.
Yes, with Fia. No? Afsa, please send your answer. Yes, very good, Tarif. Correct. Yes, Afsa. Correct. Wait a second. Did you put a minus sign in HI? Of one, like 1/2 minus delta HI by delta T? Yes, Afsa.
No,
Afsa,
sir.
that's not a negative sign, no? Minus, and I can see a minus sign in delta before delta HI, but I hope that is not. So rate of reaction is equal to minus of H2 divided by delta T will be equal to, change in the concentration. Okay. Delta will be equal to delta I2 by delta T will be equal to 1/2 of delta HI by delta T. Okay, good. Fine. Now let us write a question. For a reaction N2 plus PH2 gives NH3
Sir,
If
for
the consent,
delta I2 by delta T, won't there be minus?
there won't be minus. That's what I was asking. There won't be minus because it is product, right? See,
No,
in the product.
delta I2 by delta T.
Oh, delta I2, there will be smaller. If concentration of NH3 increases by 5 moles per liter in 2 seconds, then calculate number 1, rate of appearance of NH3. Number 2, rate of reaction. Number 3, rate of disappearance of N2 and H2. N2 and H2. Okay, please. See here, read this statement. If the concentration of NH3 increases by 5 moles per liter in 2 seconds, till here. Concentration of NH3 by 5 mole per liter in 2 seconds. Now try to understand what the questioner is saying. Try to understand what the question is telling you. It's telling you that I went and I saw that the concentration of NH3 is increasing 5 mole per liter in every 2 seconds. Yes or no? Please tell me that was the observation. Correct, guys? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes,
He
sir.
went and saw NH3. So he is looking only at NH3 while he is reporting this data. While the questioner is reporting this data, he is only looking at NH3. Correct, guys? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
And what is NH3 is what it increases by. So obviously it is what rate of production of NH3 is what it increases 5 mole. So change in NH3 is what 5 mole per liter. In how many seconds? Change in time is 2 seconds. So this becomes what ROP of NH3. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No. Achha, there will be a change here. It will be 2 NH3 because if you want to balance this, it will be 2 NH3 and we will have balanced things, right? Now please see, I can write the rate of reaction in terms of NH3. In terms of NH3, what I can write rate of reaction? I can write rate of reaction in terms of NH3 as 1/2 multiplied by ROP of NH3. Correct, guys? Rate of reaction. Correct? Yes or no? Please tell me. In terms of NH3, it will be 1/2 into rate of production of NH3. Correct? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
So rate will be equal to 1/2 multiplied by rate of production is 5/2, right? Moles per liter per second. So will be equal to 5/4 moles per liter per second. Next, rate of disappearance of N2 and H2. So please see, I can write rate of reaction equal to, in terms of N2, what I can write? Tell me. Rate of disappearance of N2. Correct? I can write it like this, na? Rate of disappearance of N2. I don't need to have any stoichiometric coefficient because the stoichiometric coefficient of N2 is what? It is 1. Arey haan yaar, kuch to bole bhai. Can I write it like this? So I can also write ROD of N2 5/4 moles per liter per second. Now comes rate of reaction. I'll write ROR. ROR in terms of H2. So tell me what will be the ROR in terms of H2? ROR in terms of H2. Please look at the reaction because we are writing reaction. ROR in terms of H2. Rate of reaction in terms of H2. अरे कोई तो बोलो भाई. Start.
Sir, minus 1/3.
No. अच्छा चलिए ठीक है बोलिए बोलिए. -1/3.
Minus 1/3 whole bracket delta H2 by delta T, sir.
And what is rate of disappearance of H2 here? In this term, what is the rate of disappearance of H2?
1/3.
Yeah. What is ROD of H2? Tell me. Rate of disappearance of H2. Yes, Pia. Rate of disappearance of H2. Formula बता दीजिए क्या होगा? What will be the formula? Rate of disappearance of H2. What will be the formula for rate of disappearance of H2? You don't know. You have to see the reaction, then you will tell. Yeah. If I show
The
you the
rate
reaction,
of delta
uh,
H2 minus delta H2 by delta T.
now tell me, what is the rate of disappearance in this particular, यहाँ पे, यहाँ से यहाँ तक, what is the rate of disappearance of H2? What terms are representing? की वजह से हम कह रहे थे. That is why I was saying put the negative sign inside the bracket. Now this whatever is inside the bracket, it is nothing. It is but ROD of H2. You have to start to see things. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So we know the rate of reaction is 5 by 4. So I will write 5 by 4. It is equal to 1 by 3 into ROD of H2. So ROD of H2 will be equal to 15 by 4 moles per liter per second. Okay, so do this question 3 times. Then you will understand the concept, what is happening. And then understanding ki baat hi nahi, you will be familiarized when to use what. That's it. And try this question, do this 3 times at least at your home. Ek baar kijiye. Then you take a rest of 5 minutes and then try it once again. Then try it once again. Then try it once again. Until and unless it becomes like a muscle memory to your hand. Na? Keep doing this, only this problem. And then after that, you will be very much comfortable with moving from. So you have to move actually from ROP of NS3, ROD of N2, ROD of H2, rate of reaction. You have to move and fluctuate from here and there, here and there. So that will become second nature to you guys. Okay, so that will become a muscle memory when you're writing all of these things. So when to use minus delta H2 minus delta T. See, this is going to be used only when we have been given the concentration of H2. And now, for example, I use this formula for N2. Why did I use, sorry, I used this formula for NS3. Why? Because they told me it is increasing by this much and this much. But they are not asking about the concentration of H2. They are asking about the ROD of N2 and H2. So I will talk in terms of ROD only. I don't need to write this whole thing. And so this will come with practice. This will come with practice. I'm not saying that you should write it like this only, but you should have been able to identify that what is ROD of H2 in this whole term. In this whole equation, please let me know once you're done. And tomorrow we will be looking at, see, all of these are in fractions. You can convert them to decimals also. Please write this down quickly. Now there is some homework that I'm going to give you guys from NCERT. What you need to do is, see, you must have heard about average speed. And what else is there? Average speed. There is one thing that is instantaneous speed, right? Instantaneous speed. So similarly, we have average rate and instantaneous speed. Average rate is measured over a period of time. Instantaneous rate is measured at a particular time. So you are going to write the notes of average and instantaneous. This is from NCERT. Okay. And whatever you write from NCERT, you have to write it again. If it asks what is average, I mean, differentiate between average and instantaneous. I will be more focusing on the numerical aspect of this particular chapter because there you will be having problems. Okay. So I'll be mostly discussing numericals in the next class. Okay. Please do this question 3 times. And you should be very comfortable with ROD and ROP. Rate of disappearance or rate of consumption, and ROP, rate of production and rate of reaction. How to write it for different types of reactant and product. Please write this down. Let me know once you're done. Tomorrow we will deal with rate expression, rate law expression, and the numericals with that. Okay. We don't have much time now, so I have to differentiate. See, here today we learned about ROD, ROP, and rate of reaction. Okay, and their relationships. Okay, in next class, rate expression. Rate expression, and then in therein you will have some numericals. Rate expression and numericals we will do. After that, in the next class, we will do zero order, and first order. So zero order, first order, I will basically derive the formula for them, for those things in the next class only. And after that, this is third class. After that, fourth class will be on Arrhenius equation, and collision theory and all of these things, catalyst and everything. Okay, so miscellaneous in the fourth class. Okay, so ROD, ROP is done. Rate expression in the next class, zero order, first order numericals, third class, miscellaneous things in the fourth class. And then chemical kinetics will be over for a very small period of time. In this, you have to do a lot of practice. I have to teach for 1 hour only. Okay, so you have to put in more efforts in these